Today should be the day that we can conclude, I should say, Final Fantasy XVI. We don't have many side quests left. There's one that we have to do in... Where's the location of it? Over here in Isla. We have one set of side quests from Joshua, but we have not started or gotten to it yet. We do also have a few hunts to do. So what I'm thinking of doing is we launch into the hunts, get a little bit of a combat warm-up, then we'll go do the side quest that's in Worobones, and then we'll start on this chain. Does that seem fairly reasonable, chat? Oh, Goddard Dameron? Yes. We have Ragnarok++. Alright. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's see. I think I only have like 3 hunts. And I mean, maybe we'll get more as time goes on. Oh, we only have 2. The Wailing Banshee, which is in Garnick Wallode, and then the Penitence Gate in Sanbreque as the Knight of the Splendid Heart. Cursebreakers came across this creature while searching for survivors near the abandoned village of Garnick. This is the Wailing Banshee, by the way. Misled by the abomination's appearance into thinking she might be a local woman. They went to offer their help, but soon it was they who were seeking salvation. The survivors say they can still hear the screams, both those of the white and those of their fallen comrades. And then we have the Knight of the Splendid Heart. Most pilgrims to the holy capital of Oriflamme pass through the Penitence Gate on the road from the Royal Meadows. Of late, however, a knight in shining armor has elected to station himself beside this entrance, accusing any and all passerbys of being Cid the Outlaw, the one who led Prince Dion down the path to destruction, and challenging them to a duel to a death. I think we'll do this one last. Let's do the Wailing Banshee first. So we're gonna go to Willow. That also gives us an opportunity to work on our side quest while we're there, which Garnick, I think, was up here, yes. So we'll do this. We'll go to Vidargrays. We'll go here. We will take out this hunt target. We'll go do the side quest since we're here already, and then we'll go do the hunt in Sanbreque. I think that it didn't allow us to use this or do this hub before because we had to complete the quest with the executors and grabbing the book for...
This might take a while.
I forget who needed the book. We only just did it yesterday, but I forget. It was Miss Ninetails. What kind of banshee are we gonna see here? Oh. It's a Garuda lady.
Harmon's madness lives on.
Okay, gotta get into the swing of things. They open with a cacophony of attacks. An E-guy. That's what it was. I didn't need to do it that way, because I thought that was going to be like a charge. This... don't you run away this time. I had to think about it for a second. I still had like 93k on it, but I definitely didn't do it in a great time. So I was like pausing, thinking for a second.
There's a good boy.
Oh, it sidestepped that.
Come on. Nice try.
I don't know why, it seems like my camera is doing weird things with the dodges. It's not doing the crazy cam. Ow. Oh, it's because of the Berserker ring? You know, that explains it. Yeah, because it had, like, a buff tied to it. Okay. Like, trying to go hard with this. I definitely was not playing well. Stuff to get used to, that's all.
Rest in peace.
In pieces, even. Okay. Let's head down to... yeah, probably Isla. Nice potions. Yeah. I used more than I should have during that. I wonder... I mean... surely we're just looking for a flower, right? We probably don't need potions for this guy. A flower. A flower for Dion. Oh, hey, see, we got some potions there. The game knew.
Let's
Damn,
go.
this is a
Run like the wind.
scary scary bridge because it zooms your camera out really far. Just don't look down. I just got stopped by a tree. Fucking twig, mate.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Okay, well, there's a waterfall right here. There's also a lindworm right here. Oh wow, the animation cut through that. This guy is toxic, dude.
Guess we're all ready.
I don't know if I can get the timing on that properly. No, I can't because I was very short on. That's the only waterfall I see. Oh. Duh. The wild wyvern tail.
Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Okay. We got our flowers. Let's go turn that in. I'm sure there's going to be a nice story point with Dion here. So I think we should turn it in. Then we'll go to Senbrek, which I believe it's just at the gate, so easy to get to. Hello, Tomes.
I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Records suggest that the wyvern tail was first cultivated for the purpose of distilling a purple dye from its petals. However, when the tended blooms were discovered to lose their hue over time, the gardeners of early Valicia made the fateful decision to investigate the practical properties of their roots instead.
Did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Right, Dion? You remember when you were on your PS5, you accidentally clicked on go to Origin Before finishing side questing, you yanked your power cord out so you didn't save. Aren't there autosaves? Or did you catch it before that autosave? I feel like it does a few of them. Because I remember looking offline at my save stuff, and there was like multiple autosaves back to back.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
Now. It is time, then.
No, only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
And that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Surely this is a 30 frame scene. Surely. Which I don't think we've seen tomes in a cap. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a scene like this. I don't think.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
He thinks the world of you.
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him.
She didn't like
For
anyone.
reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
What did he give us?
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
A tale to tell. Complete. We received the Stolas Quill from Lordsman Harpocrates, beloved, our best-loved writing implement, those whose nib has scribed many a learned tome. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. And then we got Bahamut's Mercy. It reduces Gigaflare cooldown time by 6 seconds. That's incredibly tempting. I don't think we wear that. Because I don't think we really need CDR on any of our abilities. Well, that's cool. Read the description. Oh, I didn't read it. My bad. A gift from the very first Emperor of Sanbreque to his infant son. This ring has graced the hand of every dominant of Bahamut since. The Aether is absorbed from the icon over the years, aiding the next Imperial Scion in drawing out the full potential of their bloodline. But now the Empire lies in ruin, and that bloodline is broken, so let it be with Bahamut as was always intended. To which I assume is because I now carry Bahamut inside me. Let's go to the chamber real quick. I'm assuming it's a letter from Dion, or maybe it's Harpocrates. We'll read it nonetheless. And then we're gonna go to Sanbreque. We'll take out that last hunt, and then we'll do Joshua's side quest. Okay. Hideaway, welcome. Etta seems fond of the silver bowl we gave her. So much so, she's been taking to settling it atop her belly as she rests. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks something fierce when she does too. Sounds like we've another fighter on our hands, and none too soon. I could hardly wait to teach our newest little curse breaker everything I know. So I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. From Gav. And whole again. It occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought that I never set eyes upon it again. That those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself, but now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge, and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Thank you, Vivian. Now, the quill. Oh yeah, there it is. Right in the center here. The Stolas quill. Table's almost full. We see 2 more things right here, and then something else at the very end. Which I assume parts of it are going to come from Joshua's quest. The last thing you won't ever get? Oh, is it tied to... Is it tied to doing the stones? Yeah, the Chronolith trials, I see. That's a shame. Yeah, if I like cared a ton about 100% completion games, I would probably go for it, but for the most part, I'm playing just chilling, having fun with the game. We'll head to the Royal Meadows now. And take on our last hunt target. At least, seemingly our last hunt target. Maybe we'll get another one after... Damn, he's just right there. He's just right there. Ooh. I didn't fill up on potions. I think it'll be fun.
You're the outlaw! The one who drove His Highness to madness! On your knees!
What? He hasn't heard. And it doesn't look like he's willing to listen. Too slow.
Only your death will serve!
Damn.
There's a good boy.
No, I'm just a little off. It's because I'm taking too long with, like, setting up in the beginning.
What that I can kill you twice!
How's he doing that? Seems unfair. Oh, actually. Whoops. I didn't need to do that, but, you know, it's fine, it's fine, it's okay. It's giving me cooldown on this. I'm just gonna do this. I should kill him. Hunter hunted. Clear the hunt board. So there's nothing else. That was our final hunt of the game. Let's go.
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
It's very sad. Now I wish I didn't do it. Back to the hideaway. We have one more side quest, it would seem. Oh, there's another letter. Sir Terrence come back? Yeah, they just kind of pushed him out, it feels like. Unless he's doing something else, but also, where's the medicine girl? Where is the medicine girl? They gave her a name, I'll never remember it, but where is the medicine girl? Ascending to godhood? That would be insane if the whole time she was just an Ultima pawn. The whole time. That'd be crazy. Ifrit. You have my sincerest gratitude for uniting me with Master Hippocrates, that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though in these past few moons, I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. From Dion. And safe returns. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I'm ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pall from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, you might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included. Okay. Let's talk with Joshua, finally.
Clive.
Where there's a will.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course. Okay, that's the first time I've had that happen. It's pre-recorded, dude. There's no way.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well.
You wouldn't say of course to that.
I'm ready to leave when you are.
Let's go. We have to speak with Cyril, who is in Tabor, right? I said, yeah. We're getting there.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
My beloved sons, I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms. And only with all of Rosaria, striving as one, might we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength and courage, and the will to do so. It shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father.
An inheritance.
It
We're
would
rich.
seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies.
This was all
With the
just
blight spreading
hidden?
ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Okay. Hello. Cyril's guest.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both.
Ooh.
Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even
Are we about to get a
before they could
fashion
be
upgrade?
completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay
That's
it in
crazy.
his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Okay. We gotta go kill a griffin.
Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
Samur.
But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
I don't know why I'm doing it like that. We'll do the fork here. Potions. Oh, good point. That's a good point. Let me... I can't jump. I can't jump up here. No. I could break my legs in the village.
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Of course.
Also, while we're here, sell that, the Fallen Enigma from earlier. For some reason, I was thinking 5,000. I guess because we've always been stacking those items, so.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
There we go. Holy.
Come on.
Faster!
One item is 5,000 compared to a bunch of stuff being more. Yeah, I think it's just because I don't really notice how many of them I have. I just kind of... We're gonna go around him. I just kind of sell stuff and reap the benefits. I don't really look at the numbers in terms of... I see the amount I'm getting, I just don't look at how many of the items I'm selling. What the heck?
Surrounded.
Random Akashic spawns?
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
You can see the spire from here? Can I? What direction would it be in? It would be... I just can't, like, there's so many canyon points here, it's hard to see. Maybe I can, normally, it's just being covered by, like, there's so many rocks and shit.
Thanks, Gal. There it is. For House Rossfield.
I would like to cry right now. Dude, I'm throwing.
Nice try.
Knock him down. Pull him back.
Too slow. Nice try.
I mean, I think you can. I think it's just the skybox is being blocked by, like, all of the shit that I'm around right now. Because, like I said, we're basically in the desert and in a, like, a arid canyon background.
That's better.
There we go. After 700 years. Yeah, landing it at the beginning is tough, I feel like. There's our first 100k. 115,000. Might just kill him. Or not. Keck. That's what I wanted to do. That was exactly what I wanted to happen. That's so funny. Just nose dives into a lightning rod and gets electrocuted. We received 2 heartstones. Griffins suffer something akin to the crystal's curse, their flesh slowly turning to stone over a lifetime of channeling aether. Unlike bearers, however, the effect is far more gradual and limited to a sac around their hearts, the slower progress of petrification resulting in the formation of a gemstone of rare beauty.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goritha will know.
We shall return to Tabor then. Oh, I should have looked. I should have looked in the sky. I thought that was that for a second, but no. I have a feeling maybe just because of the way the terrain is here, you're not gonna see it. I know you can see it, like, here. But I think because there's probably just all these mountains and shit in the way, since we're right in this location, it's not gonna show up on the... Actually, it should be in this direction then. Okay, I said should. I think it is, but again, it might just be, like, covered up, basically. Oh well. Whoa.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
Yes.
And the Heartstone claimed.
There you are.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goritha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion, and the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goritha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us.
What a piece of shit.
I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The Founder's Grasp. Exit the Requitery. Okay.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
I don't see the bands, though.
And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should.
Equip?
I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
So we can equip this. Ooh. The Founder's Grasp. Fashioned after those pictured adorning the wrists of the mythical founder in ancient engravings, Archduke Elwyn intended to gift these brands to his beloved sons upon their coming of age, that they might serve to remind him of the unbreakable bonds they share as proud scions of the ducal line, and the unwavering devotion that they would be required to see their duty done. I think that's better than the Sons of Worobones, I feel like. I'm confused by the name with the Sons of Worobones, though. No? Actually, you know what? Maybe not, because... Well, it's 3 defense versus 18 HP, is how I'm looking at it. Like, just purely one number is bigger than the other, if we're going by that logic. But maybe because our defense is much lower, like, as a number, it's probably better just because it scales higher to compete with HP. Hawk's Cry Cliff. Defense being better is better than HP. Okay. Hawk to a cliff.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond.
So stupid.
Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
I think I know what's going to happen after this quest. I have a feeling. So I don't remember if we did something or not.
It's just back there.
Straight home now.
Dude, they got a little monument.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
This is a Dragon Quest-ass cutscene. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling it. What was that?
We won't lay you down.
Why'd they hit us with that? Dude, that tree is pissing me off.
Onward then.
The fucking...
Onward.
The DLSS is trolling right now.
And to a new beginning.
The rusted battle helm. Archduke Elwin's helm, worn during his victorious campaign to quell the Northern Uprising. War is coming, my boy. We must make ready. Okay, I need to get out of the spot. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. I think I know what's gonna happen then. This next quest, I mean. Wow, a permanent party member. And now we return to the hideaway. Wow, Erismore. Man, that's fucked. That is, it is still insane that that happened. We have a quest at the reading table. Huh? What? I have a feeling this quest, it's either going to be a continuation with Joshua, or It's going to involve someone else, who I don't think we've done a quest with. Yep. Wages of Fate. We'll read this first. Do you remember what you told me the night at the Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But we are not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Ahead. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. And then concern for Jill. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I would speak on this more in private. Let's talk with him.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Priceless. I think this is our final side quest. And then we make for Origin. And I'll ask another question before we get to it, but DLCs are also something we'll look at.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was
I don't think I've ever heard Clive laugh.
the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Okay. Make for Man's Hill. Just over here by Hawks to a Cry Cliff. That is not fair. That's what that is. Oh, that's sad. Oh, visit all areas of the world in local maps.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
has nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Okay. Back to the hideaway then. Which, yeah, I guess asking one of them would know. Because people come from all over to the hideaway.
One of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
This music fits perfectly with looking for flowers.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You'll not find a better price than that.
Say what you will. Lady Karen seems... Let's shut times over till the new moon.
Change to the sound of silence orchestration? Sure. I'll do that momentarily. Whenever we're back up, I'll do it.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Well, Man's Hill, unfortunately, is out of the picture.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilefeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Okay. To Northreach. I'll do it when we get back. Because we're not going to appreciate it while we're here. We immediately had to,
And how might I help the garrison today?
had to travel back out, so. Excuse me.
The Duke has pledged to work with the
Those things didn't fight like...
I'm just curious. I didn't see any bearers there, but I'm assuming they just got pulled out. Or something else happened to them.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Fly! You know what would have been kind of funny? Is leaving some of the hunts up.
Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Never mind, I was thinking the Grim Reaper was going to be in the way. Well, that appears to be some snow lilies. But we got some fiends guarding them, guarding the flowers.
Look, brother. You see them?
I do. The flowers and our friends.
Goodbye. If it, like, cut the flowers up, that would have sucked.
What do you see, boy?
Oh, a Minotaur. We haven't seen these in forever.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Hey, hit the wrong guy. Ow. So, something I'm kinda trying to understand. Oh, wait. Oh, not that. Is, sometimes when I'm using my own attack. Infinity. For context, because no one's gonna see the chat, but someone in chat goes, when Clive is doing the Titan parry, it sounds like he's saying Hawk Tua. God damn it. New enemies? Nah, that's not fair. Oh, he's dead. Damn. Oh yeah, so one of the things I was gonna ask, because sometimes when I'm using Dancing Steel, sometimes when I use Dancing Steel, it doesn't get me to 5 on bosses. It's a little confusing as to why. You have a tiny bit of the bar filled up? Oh, is that why? Okay, so I just unfortunately didn't time it properly. That's what's up, that's what's up. We got a Minotaur main, that will need it all. A main used in everything from helm crests to hairbrushes, primarily by those people lucky enough to never to have met a Minotaur. And loaded Sir Crandall strike the main from the beast and rob him of the strength. From the noble knight. Sir Crandall. I was watching.
It was harder than I expected.
Just gonna pause that real quick, chat. So something I was doing the other night when I was editing, like getting our VODs caught up, which I think after today I should be getting a lot more of them up very quickly, or at least getting them all, like getting all the VODs completed, and we'll slowly start to put them up on YouTube. I'm basically doing like one a day right now. I got to the part where we reunited with Lord Byron, with Uncle Byron, and the scene with Clive doing, like, recreating, like, reacting the scene from that play to get his uncle to remember him. That might be one of my favorite moments of the game. That might have been one of my favorite parts of the story, is that reunion right there. I like the part where you thought it was bugged. Wait, which part? Bam, bam.
But found her.
Bam, bam,
It was worth it.
bam.
They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
You thought it was well because he pulls out an invisible sword. Wait, I don't remember thinking. So I watched the scene, but as I'm not like watching every bit of the video because I would literally be spending hours. I'm just kind of like speeding through it. I got to that part and I'm like, I want to watch it again.
The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Huh. Yeah, the invisible sword I really think it was bugged. Man, I'll have to watch it again. I'll have to get to the part again. I think that should be going up soon. I think it's either today's VOD or tomorrow's. Hi, Jill.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
He just started walking away right after asking the question. That was... This is not 30.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me.
Nah, FPS isn't 30. It's 160 right now.
I don't know what
I
to
thought it was
say.
too. I thought it would be.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped, so lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
There it is. That's 30. The flower.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then That's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
That's sweet.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
You can see why I wanted to save it for last. Yeah.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it to...
Not to ruin the scene, but I was hovering over Gav. Don't show up now. Dude, if he just popped up, hey guys, Edda had a baby, let's go celebrate. What are you doing by the flowers? It's so stupid over here. If he did something like that, I would have lost her fucking mind.
Together.
Oh my god, dude. Priceless has been completed. We have received... God damn, man. We got a snow daisy garland, a a fragrant diadem, handwoven by Jill from flowers picked on the shores of Oldefeist Bay. I never was too... sorry, that, wow. I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do, from Jill. And then we have Shiva's Kissed. Song of Winter, Autumn Gone, from Frosted Lips, Oblivion. From the Northern Nursery Rhyme. Reduces Diamond Dust cooldown time by 7.5 seconds. That's good. Joining hands with Jill. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Echoes of the Fallen questline. A new questline, Echoes of the Fallen, is now available by speaking with Karen at her stall in the Hideaway, as well as the Rising Tide questline, which is now available by inspecting the reading table in Clive's Hideaway chambers. Rising Tide you cannot do right now, this one you can do. Okay, I gotcha. And then what's this clip we have here? First off, what the fuck is that title? It's second. I don't even need to play the clip. We just listen to the sound. Clive bought Hawk to a coin. That is an insane joke. Dude. It's incredibly funny. I cooked on this one, chat. God damn. Alright. Let's go back to the hideaway. So we can do the... not Rising Tide one. The Echoes of... something. That tells me for sure. So now that the DLCs are done, and they unlocked after completing all the side quests. This tells me Origin is truly the end. Also, let's go to the shelves, because I see some stuff over there. Oh, toes! Oh, hold up.
It's him, I tell you.
Toward the bottom. Sound of silence. You just can't hear it. Specifically, it's just the Clive and Joshua and Jill quest. You turn that motherfucker off. Okay, fair enough.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
Ask about Dion.
I well recall
The time I spent at the Imperial Palace instructing the young prince on the history of our realm. He was quite unlike the other noble-born children I had taught, not only for the keenness with which he listened, but for the earnestness of his conviction.
he truly believed.
It was the Empire's duty to serve the people, and was determined to study the past, that he might not repeat its mistakes. Which is the reason why what befell Twinside weighs so heavily on his soul. He must live with consequences, and I fear it will take more than merely time to heal such wounds.
It will take forgiveness.
Not from you or me, nor his countrymen, not even from his late father, no.
From himself.
Only then might his flower bloom again.
I have a few new notes that might interest you. I have quite the find for you today.
There it is. We have completed the 1,000 tomes. So many things. Should we look at any of this? Ultimate Civilization's interesting.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
The Sage for the Ages.
You are always welcome, Clive.
I'm surprised there wasn't an achievement for that. Before I talk with Karen, I want to at least look at the notes, like on my desk, and I also want to look one more time at the table. There's the helmet. This was a nice addition. I'm glad they made this. I am quite curious what this last piece is, but I can always look it up. And finally, reading table. The greatest wish. I'm sorry, greatest gift. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day, and the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with a joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of the half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. From Jill. And then I will not be looking at this one yet. We're gonna save it. It's a picture that from the MSQ where it shows Ifrit and the... Oh, like the big, like... The Circle of Malleus? Yeah, so it's like that, that picture that depicts Ultima like stuff, I believe, with a combination of Ifrit and Phoenix.